listen, what are we going to do? If I was president, I'd get rid of a lot of these people. Anybody with an IQ below 110 would be gone. That's the end of them. I put them in...
now, here you go.
Well, come on. I'm all fired up, Robin. Come on with me. No, but in all seriousness, that is what it is. Now, what do you want to say about it, Alex, now that I've explained it?
Okay, well, think about this. In Podesta's leaked emails, he has a conversation with Marina Abramovich, who's a famous performance artist that bases her whole art on satanic culture and 666. And
all right, Alex, I love you.
Believes it's true.
Alex, thank you for listening to me, and I got to go now.
I love you, Robin. I love your titties. Right. I love your
there
titties.
There you go. Talk about something we can agree on. Robin's
I want
titties.
the milk from your titties, Robin. I want them to pour all over me like the rains in Africa. I love
thinks
your
you have milk in your titties.
I'm so confused.
Right.
I would suck them like Lenny. I'd get all the milk out.
All right. Thank you. Now, there's a topic we can agree on. Look, leave me alone with internet theories and all of that. You got to give me a break. I'm here to do gay lie detector tests. I don't know why people look to me to explain everything to them.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein, and we have a lovely evening in store for you guys. We have the comedian, you've seen him on tires, you've seen him all over the United States of America, the one, the only Mike Rainey in studio for a second in-studio appearance. Mike, thank you. How are you doing, brother man?
Prime time. How are you, my friend?
Always a pleasure. My hands are a little clammy. I'm a little hot.
Oh, God.
I'm a little hot because, I'll be honest.
You're going to be on Epstein's list.
Well, we're going to go through that list, and you might have some co-conspirators that you're friends with. So I've been kind of on one. I've been trying not to eat, so I've been huffing a lot of these smelling salts lately, just to kind of get me, goosed up for the game. You know what I mean? That's what I like to do. Just a little, Woo! Yeah, see, that's what we do. Joe Rogan taught us that, so we like to follow in his footsteps. But we got to talk about a pressing issue, though, Mike. You just saw that clip. That clip was from 2016. That was me calling in to Howard Stern's show. One thing on that clip, I got to get better with my instructions. When I said I said we should probably clip out the part with her breasts. And I meant clip that, not in the clip, and not show that. And then we ended the whole clip just ended up being her breast. So I hope, and the reason I bring that up is you were recently in trouble in YouTube jail for a sexual content post. Is that correct?
I was, and it wasn't my fault, man. Apparently, YouTube, you've been in YouTube bad boy jail before.
Yeah, I'm in it right now, apparently. I mean, we might be in it, we might be going for a new sentence with those Robin titties like that, but go ahead. So.
Yeah, free Alex Stein first and foremost. But I reposted a video. It was a clip of a man confronting his child's bully at middle school.
A famous video, millions of views. I saw it. They're in a brick wall, and the dad comes up to the kid. He's like, ah! And then
a kid comes up and pantses the man. Very funny clip. And I just shared it, said a little silly thing about it. And YouTube, they put me in bad boy jail, and they said it was either face a long sentence of not being able to post on YouTube, or I could take a YouTube quiz, and it was all related to what's acceptable content. Now, it's like, all right, I'll try the quiz. Now, Alex, the first question that they sent me, it involved a hypothetical situation, and the hypothetical situation was a video of two children passionately dancing together. Is acceptable or not acceptable?
And I would say with YouTube standards, they love kids dancing. I don't know. I mean, that seems like something that they would put in your algorithm to make you watch more of, I feel like.
They do, and there's a lot of nasty kid dancing videos. If you type in dirty dancing, you'll find them. But apparently, according to YouTube, passionate kid dancing is acceptable. And I had to retake the quiz because I didn't get that question.
Well, I'm trying to find it right now. I've been fast scrolling, but I actually am on YouTube's side. And this is no disrespect, Mike, but I love your Twitter account. Everyone needs to go follow Mike Rainey 82 on Twitter. But you are one of the horniest sons of bitches I've ever met in my life. Mike, how horny are you? And this is why you guys got to follow Mike. I've had multiple spit takes where it'll be, and I can't even pull up one of these tweets, but I'm just looking at my phone. I'm driving. I'm actually probably shouldn't be looking at my phone. And all of a sudden it's like, man, I've had a long day. I can't wait to get home and get some head. And you tweet that, and I love that tweet. It's hilarious. But it takes a lot of balls to tweet that. So, Mike, are you a horny man? Can you give us a little backstory on some of these sexual tweets that are so funny?
I'm a horny guy, and I honestly, I'm 46 now, Alex, and I feel very lucky that I'm still able to get pussy on demand from my wife.
I can tell. I'm trying to find the tweets. Yeah, you tell us. You tell the fans a lot. You tell a lot of your fans. I think we're dialed into your sex life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm very fortunate, and my wife is a very giving lady who never met her father. So I feel like I have a blank sexual slate to work with.
Daddy issues. That is brilliant. That should be on, you know how they have those red pill podcasts? It's like, that's what we do. If you're a guy out there and you're struggling and you have low self-esteem and anxiety, just find a girl with daddy issues. So you can basically do whatever you want. And I know that sounds crazy, but I mean, Mike's a perfect example. He's tweeting about eating her box like every night. And she likes it, loves it.
I mean, she's a queen. I would say by the second date, I was eating box on, I'm getting a little emotional talking about it now.
It's okay. This is a safe space.
But the second time I hung out with my wife, I was eating her pussy on the floor of her grandfather's living room. And I had a Linkin Park CD in the PlayStation blasting. And I just got a throat full of pubes listening to In the End.
That's beautiful. That is the most. That's love, and we need more love like that, Mike. And so I'm just happy to see a man like yourself, proud, married, doing the right things. And what people might not know about you is you are a terrific author. And Mike, your backstory is so incredible. You got a great podcast, Dad Meet, with Tim Butterly. Actually, we need to talk shit about Tim. We're going to get into a little bit later. Supposed to come on the podcast. He happens to be on Kill Tony, and so now Tim Butterly is a little too cool for school. So what do you think about your boy Tim Butterly getting all the shine that I think he deserves it, but I'm still mad that he's not here. So what do you think about it?
I like to think that his reason for not being here today is that he was getting some pussy.
No, he doesn't get it. He's married. He doesn't get any pussy, does he?
I have a feeling he does. Like, he's got it on him. You know what a guy's getting laid? Like, he's got a certain pheromone that he lets off.
Yes, you can. That little stink, that people get attracted to that. People don't realize that.
It's that sweet stink of that gooey pink.
And oh gosh, and he has that stink and those pheromones that make him very.
Yeah.
He's, well, good for
So I think he was dick deep in some pussy.
Well, he's dick deep on Kill Tony, so good for him. You've been a guest on Kill Tony.
I've got, Lord willing, man. But most importantly, I'm thrilled to be a guest on Alex Stein.
That's the most important show, so suck it, Tony. Suck it, even though I'd love to come on your show. I appreciate that. So real quick, though, let's get into your story. Tim Dillon, I don't have this clip. He's had so many famous viral rants making fun of Austin, Texas. Now, me, born and raised in Dallas, I'm going to be partial to Texas, the state. Austin, you know, it's a little genderqueer, but, you know, that's okay. You know, that can be kind of chill, too. So first impressions, moving from Philadelphia, making the big jump to Austin, the new comedy kind of mecca in America, believe it or not, L.A. and New York have, you know, kind of shrunken because of Joe Rogan's power, and now the Comedy Mothership is arguably the #1 comedy club in America. So tell me about your experience, and do you like Texas so far? And be honest. Give me a Tim Dillon Texas Sucks clip, because that'll go viral.
I can't do that. What I can tell you is that I'm going through black neighbor withdrawal. I'm surrounded by honkies.
Yeah, there's no black people, and certain, you know, they have their own neighborhoods here. It's called segregation. It still kind of exists, and that's why the house prices are affordable in certain areas. And wait, so you didn't move into a black area, though? I would have thought that that's the only place you could afford, but I didn't mean that.
Oh, Alex, what the
I'm
fuck,
just
man?
kidding. No, Austin's expensive, though. I couldn't afford it. I live in a black neighborhood now. I'm with all black people now. I mean, I can barely afford it. The rent is so damn high. So where are you in Austin?
I'm south of Austin, like 20 minutes south of Austin.
Any suburb's going to be nice. Yeah. All white people.
The trick is I'm illegally renting my garage out to an Indian grandfather.
We love that.
Yeah.
And, you know, and Indians are, you know, traditionally very horny as well. So I'm sure you guys probably get along. Does he cook food, though? Because sometimes some of their dishes, you know, can be very pungent. And I don't know if he's in that garage, you know, cooking stuff, and all of a sudden you get a whiff of curry. And then your wife might, you know, dry up like the Sahara if it's a little too stinky. You know what I mean?
He's not a big cooker, but what I do like to have him come in and do, you know, the soda streams that you get for Christmas. And
very familiar with it. You can make your own soda. It's brilliant. Oh, and another thing, what I didn't realize, did you know in soda, the carbonation, it's actually carbon or whatever, I guess that's the carbon dioxide that gets released from the carbonation, and that actually helps with nausea. People didn't know that. So it's the bubbles. So even water with the carbonation will help you with nausea. Sorry, go ahead. So he had a soda stream. Now he's making a legal soda because he's an Indian guy. He's always trying to find some scam. And go ahead.
Every day we just sit down. We don't have coffee in the mornings. I just let him make soda and pour it through his hands into a cup for me.
That's authentic stuff.
They love it.
I love those videos. Those guys cook stuff with their feet. I should pull one up right now. I mean, it is so disgusting. Indian. I'm just typing in Indian feet food, and I'm going to see what comes up. I don't even know. I don't have anything pulled up. I'm going to go to media. And, oh, and the guy that is famous for putting his feet on the Burger King lettuce died. I don't know if you guys saw that on Twitter. I know that's kind of a deep cut. Don't show my screen. I typed in Indian feet, and now I'm getting all pornography. I'm not even kidding. It literally, look at this. It's like all these porn stuff. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's a good place to look. Okay, Indian feet food stall. I mean, look at this, dude. I can't believe this guy's.
Oh my God.
So you're telling me this guy is your neighbor? We can show this.
You're making me hungry. Can you turn your screen away?
Yeah, here. Let me actually find a. Let me find a bigger one, a more iconic. Like, look at this guy. Ooh, look at that. So you're telling me.
Yep.
So you're telling me that's your roommate, and this is what he's cooking on a daily basis?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. Remember that TV show Alf?
Yeah, well, great show. Loved Alf.
Yeah, I feel like I have a little bit browner Alf in my house that I'm hiding from my neighbors.
Well, Alf is brown as hell. So I mean, that is a dark brown. That's we love dark brown. But yeah, that food looks so. It's kind of like the soda streams like that. He puts the soda in his mouth and kind of spits it back into the bottle.
Yeah, I figured it was either. Listen, everybody in Austin, they got a home gym in their garage. I figured it was either a squat rack or an Indian grandfather.
Hey, and he helps pay the bills. He's subsidizing your rent. I mean, I love it, and I like the hustle, Mike, because that's what we need. We need more American ingenuity, and that's what you're doing. So we started the show, though, talking about Howard Stern, and Howard Stern has become such a sellout. Now, that clip was from 2016. Now, Mike, I know that you are not super political, but I see you have some opinions, obviously. Right now, Donald Trump is turning his back on his base by now saying that these Epstein files were a hoax, that they weren't real. Yet Donald Trump campaigned on this. J.D. Vance was just on Theo Vaughn's podcast talking about how these were real and how he wanted transparency and wanted disclosure and yada, yada, yada. Now, Donald Trump is coming out and coming against, I would say, the majority of his base and saying that this is some sort of leftist Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton created lie. And I'm getting frustrated because you saw that clip from 2016. This is something that I'm passionate about. You know, I'm a goofball, I'm an idiot, but 9/11 truth, these Epstein files, these are things that I'm passionate about because these are powerful people that are basically, taking advantage of vulnerable people. So I think this is a very important thing, even though people want to worry about the economy, and I get that there's other pressing issues, but when you have elite, powerful people like this that are breaking the law and actually abusing children and potentially killing them, and it goes much deeper than Jeffrey Epstein. Are you familiar with Jimmy Savile?
I am, yes.
Jimmy Savile, he was knighted by the Queen. He's arguably the world's biggest pedophile, even a bigger pedophile than Jeffrey Epstein, was best friends with Prince Charles, was knighted by the Queen until after his death, posthumously, I don't know how to say that very well, everybody kind of came out and said that he was a predator, but it was so sick. He was a porter at the Royal Children's Hospital, and Jimmy Savile would take the dead bodies from the morgue, and they would take them onto a boat, and they would go into the English Channel, and they would do SRA, satanic ritualistic abuse, and they would have sex with the corpses, and they would cut the corpses up, and they would pour the blood on them, and they would drink the blood. And Jeffrey Epstein, I hate to break it to you, is about, what is it, the 6 degrees of separation, is about 1 degree of separation from Jeffrey Epstein. And the fact that Jeffrey Epstein's, co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell, her father was Robert Maxwell, who was a, Israeli asset, whether you want to say he was Mossad or not, he was given a proper Israeli funeral. Look up Robert Maxwell's funeral. He was given a funeral as if he was in the military in the IDF. So you don't get that sort of celebration of your death unless you were somebody that's high up. So I think there is a clear connection to Israel, and that's a tough situation to say. People are going to get mad at me. They're trying to cancel my biological stepfather, Tucker Carlson. So with all that being said, I want transparency. I still like Donald Trump. I love Donald Trump. But if Donald Trump is going to turn his back on me for wanting this transparency, then I might have to turn my back on Donald Trump, and I don't like saying that. So, Mike, where do you sit on this Epstein release and all the information that they're withholding?
I sit as perched up high atop it as I possibly can. And a few different points I want to address that you mentioned.
Please.
As far as Ghislaine Maxwell's father getting Israeli honors at his funeral, did they play tips instead of taps because they're unlikely to tip?
Well, I actually have footage from his, let me pull it up. I actually have footage from his funeral. And they have very different customs at a proper Israeli funeral. Hold on, let me see. I think it is right here. This is crazy. Did you know this? Okay, so this is at the funeral, and they use, so that's they're filming his funeral, and that is a card reader. Have you ever seen somebody film a funeral on a card reader right there? Yeah.
I mean, that is exciting. And
so you can make money at the funeral. So if people want to donate, you can just donate right to his cell phone. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I've never seen that before. Have you ever seen that before?
I've not seen that, but I have seen, instead of throwing, you know how people typically throw roses on a casket?
Yes.
At the Israeli funerals, they spit a little bit of baby penis blood on the
Oh,
coffin.
my God.
Listen,
They do that. I know that's a weird funeral. It's a weird funeral, but and we love all of our Israelis so very much. But Epstein, I think, is connected to you guys, and I want some transparency. I mean, I hate to say it. I criticize the CIA. I make fun of America all day long. I don't know why some of these people that are, have dual loyalty, why can't you criticize your own government? They'll criticize America all day long and say, oh, there's too many colors, there's too many Chinese, there's too many Mexicans. As soon as you say there's too many Jews, canceled. Why is that, Mike?
Alex, I need you to give the president the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
All right, can you hear me out here?
Yes.
All right, for this reason, if you stuck with him up to this point, just see him out. And this
I am going to see him out. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because I understand that this is not some sort of easy thing. You just press a button, all of a sudden we get to see all the files and the child predator and all the stuff. But how long am I supposed to wait? I've been waiting 8 years. I've been calling damn Howard Stern since 2016. I had to wait on hold for 5 freaking hours to ask that one stupid question. Didn't get a good answer. But this is something that I'm serious. This is almost 10 years, 9 years on this, basically.
What I think is going to happen is right now they're denying that a list even exists. Yeah. I think what's happening, I think they're repurposing Epstein Island, and they're seeing all these videos, all the horror stories coming about these Carnival cruise lines, and you thought the Jimmy Savile, baby ritual cruise was bad enough. Go on a Carnival cruise.
And actually, I want to call out Carnival Cruise. They made it where they cannot have Bluetooth speakers anymore, and they're targeting African Americans, which I don't agree with because I like that they go on Carnival because I go on Royal Caribbean. That's my little trick. So I like to keep them on Carnival. But it's funny, we talk about this Epstein list, and we're talking about the high-profile people on it, but we got, and we don't know what's real or what's fake, but on 4chan, my producers read it. They read some of the most repugnant websites. They're on Yelp, they're on Reddit, they're on all the bad sites, 4chan, Discord, they're sickos. But a list got leaked. Now, I don't know the validity of this list. I do know that the list exists. I know that there's some names on the list that you might know, you might have hung out with, you might have worked with, they might be your friends. So I wanted to kind of run through a couple of the names that were surprising. Can we give the first one, full screen number 5? Now, I find this hard to believe. So they say that Shane Gillis didn't lose SNL because of a Chinese joke. They said it's because he would not have sex with a Chinese baby. Now, is that true? Was he virtuous and he decided not to rape the baby, and that is why they did not let him on Saturday Night Live? Have you heard that?
No, I've known Shane a long time, and he fucks Chinese kids.
Okay, right.
Yeah. It's the only thing that gets him hard.
Okay, well, that's not looking good for Shane. This is going to be tough when this list comes out. Now, number 2, very famous guy, we mentioned him earlier, Tim Dillon. Now, Tim has been a big, he's critiqued Jeffrey Epstein a lot, which makes me beg the question, his narrative is not much different than Alan Dershowitz, who we know was on the island. So is it he doth protest too much? Is he covering for his own ass? Is there a possibility that Tim Dillon was on the Lolita Express?
I don't think so, only because Shane collects all the kids for himself. So I don't think there's any left over for Tim Dillon to fuck.
You're right. And Tim's gay, so he can just have sex with children here in America. He doesn't have to go to, they're allowed to just, they can,
American kids.
They don't have to rape in overseas. They can do it here in America by adopting them. All right. That was a rough joke. Wow, when I hear that, do not ever say that again. Now I say a bad joke. Now I'm nervous. Okay, now, this next guy, I do not believe that he was on it, Ben Avery. They say that they went together, and this is what caused the big disconnect, is that their podcast, #1 podcast, they go to the island. Ben wouldn't, diddle the baby and, or whatever. One of them wouldn't do something with the baby, and they wouldn't drink the baby's blood or something like that. And that is kind of what caused the podcast for them to split up. And we love Ben Avery. I hate to see it if that's true, but do you have any... Do you have any information on Ben Avery?
I do. So Ben and his entire podcast, Lemon Party Podcast, his brother Jace, Devin Costa, the 3 of them did go to Little St. James Island, and they were there just to hang out in the pool.
Yeah.
And you've played Marco Polo, correct?
I have, yes.
There are 3 people for the podcast. They need a 4th.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the only other person hanging out by the pool was a very svelte 10-year-old boy. And you
need 4 to play.
And so Ben had this 10-year-old boy on his shoulders, and during the course of like a competitive Marco Polo game, people are going to get turned around on you
all the time. I mean, it'd be impossible not to get turned around sometimes. You got the guy on your shoulder.
And I've seen the video. The boy got turned around. Ben ended up mouth to penis, and that's the image that they're using to blackmail Ben right now. So not his fault. He was just trying to play
That was an accidental penal insertion. Yes. It happens. It actually does happen. Now, this next guy, very famous, a Puerto Rican rattlesnake. He was on there. He's always in Jamaica. Oh, I'm in Jamaica. Yeah, Lewis, you're in Jamaica doing with a little baby on little St. James Island. I know. I mean, and I love Lewis. I hate that he's on this list. I hate it for Skanks. I hate it for the whole crew, you know, because there's other guys that are part of his crew. Dave Smith, he wasn't on the list. Dave Smith's been trying to bring the list out. So is there a conflict of interest, Dave Smith trying to expose the list while Luis Gomez simultaneously being on the list?
No, I mean, it's easily rectifiable because Lewis was at Little St. James Island. However, to get him there, they put Jamaica across the front of the plane like a bus reading would have. So they convinced him he was going to the Jamaica and that the plane was going there. They dropped him off on Little St. James Island. He thought it was Jamaica, so it's not his fault that he was there.
That is not his fault. Now, so Jimmy, did you say something's playing through the screen?
No. The background went black when you brought up Israel for a few seconds, and it came back. I'm not kidding. That was weird.
Wait, what? And then look at this. Actually, show my screen. What is going on? Did you see this? Did you see this? Talk about Little St. James. A break from Little St. James. What is this? Damascus in Syria recently got bombed. What is it? What is this all about? You know what I mean? Why is it whenever you see the bombs, it's always Israel blowing up somebody? I mean, is that cool? That seems kind of uncool to do that. But they said that they were protecting some Druze. I don't even know what Druze are. I know Jews, but I don't know Druze. What do you think about this video?
Druze are Jewish drones. They're little tiny helicopters that fly with yarmulkes on.
And they throw out coins for the people to take. The people pick up the coins, and then boom, you get blown up, and then we go back, and the coins are metal. We can actually save the coins. Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to get a little frustrated with the peace in the Middle East strategy by bombing everybody. I'm confused. When you say you want peace and you say you want to come together, and then you blow people up, it seems a little hypocritical. I mean, am I crazy? Am I vaping too much? Is that why my brain is? What's going on, Mike? Can you solve this Israel-Palestine issue?
I mean, it gets my Irish up, if for no other reason than when I think of Palestine, it's like I associate them with you, Palestine.
Yeah, Alex Stein.
So it's very close to Alex Stein. So I get emotional if somebody were to attack you. I would just break down in tears and call the police.
Yeah, and Mike is, guys, he's one of my best supporters on Twitter. He's always got my back. I actually meant to tell you that from the beginning.
Yeah,
now, let's go back to this list, though. We have a few more names I want to run through before we dive into. Now, this guy is another famous guy, Matt McCusker. Is he a pervert? Because I thought he was kind of the good one. I thought he was like the family man. He's married to a nice woman. Like I didn't expect him to be on that list. Can you tell us if that's true or false?
Wolf in sheep's clothing, and this picture is actually doctored. It's actually a 12-year-old's penis in the original photo.
AI can do anything. They can turn a penis into a microphone. Now, I know for a fact this guy was on, this next guy, Andrew Schultz. I mean, now he's doing stadiums. He's a #1 guy. He's like Joe Rogan Jr. There's no way you get to that level, Andrew, unless you have a little baby penis in your mouth. I mean, I hate to say that, but I feel like that it's pay to play. You got to put the baby penis in your mouth, and that's the only way to actually make it in Hollywood. So, Andrew, I mean, I don't even need I would like to get your opinion on it, but I don't even need your input because, come on, Andrew. We know you got the baby penis in your mouth. I mean, you know what I mean? So what do you think? Is it true or false?
Well, his podcast, Flagrant 2, correct?
Yes.
The reason why they didn't go with Flagrant 1 is because the first Flagrant was him putting the baby penis in his mouth.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Now, this guy is incredibly close to you. Tim Butterly. Like, he's not a pervert.
That was actually taken at the game room at Epstein Island.
Oh.
This was right by the.
This is your co-host.
Yeah,
I mean, and you have no problem with it.
I mean, he's got his penis against the air hockey table, and there is unfortunately a child laying prone on the air hockey table right there.
Man, this is a bad deal. I really am not excited about the transparency anymore. If I'm being honest, maybe we should keep this list a secret because this next guy, I don't even think this next guy even gets hard. Adam Friedland, I love Adam, but I mean, I feel like he is the poster boy for Blue Chew or needing Blue Chew. You know what I mean? I feel like he's is he smashing a lot of chicks? I think he could, but I feel like Nick Mullen's probably smashing every chick that walks. I don't know. You think Adam's banging these children? I don't know. It doesn't seem like his personality type, but he is Jewish. So
I think all the other guys are just gobbling up all the children for themselves. So even if Adam was into children, I don't think there would be any left.
That's true. He's not even a good pedophile. That actually makes sense. Now, this guy, his co-host, Is Stavi a pervert? I hope not. I know he's a little libtarded. He's best friends with Hassan, but I love Stavi. I hope he's not a freaking perv.
No, the guy just loves adult pussy.
Okay, he is not. Now, this one, I think he is kind of the king of the crew, in my opinion. Nicholas Mullen, but he does seem like a guy that would go. You know what I mean? I feel like he'd go maybe for research purposes, he would say, and then he'd, tell us all about it. But is Nick guilty of going to Little St. James?
I think going, yes, but I think he went for the same purpose that Stephen Hawking went, just for the barbecue.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And he does need to eat a little bit. I feel like Nick, he's always his weight. He's great, though. Do you remember when he was really skinny? I love that Nick Mullen, the long beard and when he was really thin.
Yeah, I love all iterations of Nick Mullen.
I was just saying, the guy's so funny, but I love when he looked like a terrorist. Okay, let me tell you something, guys. If you love this show, check out the awesome merchandise we have at pimponablimpshop.com, including Pimp on a Blimp tees, hats, and more. If you're a true chat rat, guys, show it off and buy some gear. Use promo code BLIMP10 for 10% off your entire order. And guys, go there, support the show. We love it. If you love big booty Latinas, you can support them by buying a t-shirt, and we can help get amnesty for all those 9s, and we can have a debate about the 8s. But we'd appreciate if you buy a shirt. But then we have a little housekeeping information. Our top chat rat queen, Morgan Elizabeth, is now pregnant with a baby. And I am not the biological father, but I am kind of the de facto, I guess not dad. What would that make me? Stop father? What?
Godfather.
I'm the god. Perfect. I'm the godfather. I'm the godfather of this baby. I don't do impressions, I'm trying to be Marlon Brando, but I am the godfather. Why are you guys laughing about yourself? What are you guys saying over there?
You're Italian, not having a stroke.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how to do impressions very well, but Morgan is pregnant. Actually, should we call Morgan? Let's see if she answers. She should be watching the show. Is Morgan in the chat? I haven't been looking. Yeah, hit a couple more of those smelling salts. Is Morgan in the chat, guys? I haven't even seen her. I feel like she's been MIA since the baby is here. Let's see if she answers. Let's see. It's our top chat, right? She probably, I don't know if she likes that we're announcing her baby, but she did publicly announce it, so it is public information. Let's see. I probably should have told more. Morgan!
Yes.
Congratulations, I'm going to be a father. A godfather, but still a father, still technically a father.
I was like, I feel like Paige would have told me if that was the case.
No, I'm talking about your pregnancy. I'm the godfather. I'm a father of the baby. Your baby, technically.
Well, can just say godfather. I don't need that rumor circulating.
I know, but we'll just, for, all intents and purposes, we'll just say father, but we mean godfather. G-father, maybe. G-baby, G-father. So listen, I don't even need to take credit for the baby, but I do want to raise it, and I want to turn it into a great athlete. So you have, I think that, you're a very tough person, Morgan, and I think that we could actually raise this baby to be an incredible professional athlete. And
I think that you're right.
That's what I'm saying. Morgan, she's tough. She's on Ozempic right now, but before the Ozempic, she was
I'm not, actually.
Oh, she's off the Ozempic. Oh, congratulations. But before the Ozempic.
I can't take it because I'm pregnant.
Oh, is that health? Yeah, right.
Take it.
Yeah, maybe the baby wants to be skinny. Maybe you don't want the baby to be all fat.
I tried. I really tried to push it and tell them not to take me off, but they were pretty adamant about it.
Well, okay, that probably is better for the baby, but you don't want some big fat baby. We want the baby, if he's not a good athlete, at least it could get into modeling. We can get it on, the Lolita Express a little bit and get it onto a James Gunn movie or something like that. So
I mean, we are, we're already ahead of the game because I am a very tough person, but also the actual father, Dylan,
yes.
He was a very good athlete and he was a football star. So
there we go. Okay, look, I already love it. We have the genetics of a future professional athlete. And
yes.
Okay, so let me tell you something, Morgan. Please keep us, I was talking to Paige. I didn't realize. I was like, Paige knew before me, which I'm pissed off at you about, but not really. And Paige wouldn't tell me.
I knew you would tell people.
Of course I'm going to tell people. You're our top queen chat rat and you're pregnant. This is major news, and I'm a father. I'm a G-father. What I'm saying is, we're at the process now where you can openly talk about it because we're not worried about a miscarriage. I know this is a tough conversation to navigate, but why are we allowed to talk about it now but not last month?
Well, because, yeah, basically what you said. I mean, there's like a danger zone, basically. And I mean...
And we're out of the danger zone.
Really,
I guess...
Yeah,
Yeah, we're out of the danger zone. So now we're in like the baby zone. I mean, you got it's not a clump of cells. The thing's cooking. You know what I mean? It's like half baked.
Yes, apparently it's the size of a granola bar now.
Ooh, I love Nature Valley. All right, well,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Well, Morgan, congratulations. Please, keep us posted, and we're gonna have a big celebration for the baby, and I'll be at the hospital live streaming the baby. Is that okay if your vagina is on YouTube?
I mean, can you try to blur it?
No, we're going to blur it. Yeah, legally you have to blur it, but I'm going to be able to see it, and Paige is going to be able to see it, and
Well,
your Haitian
you might want to
doctor.
talk to Paige and Dylan about that. I mean, if they give you the green light, then if it's whatever.
Well, I'm a
mean,
doctor.
Everybody else is going to be looking at it, so.
I'm there as a journalist and as a, if the doctor needs some help, I don't mind handing him a scalpel or whatever. You know what I mean?
Medical journalism.
Yeah.
I will listen. I'm going to tell you. This is big news. We found out, and I just said this to Scott on his stream. Unless I somehow messed up the test, it's a boy.
Oh, I'm going to be a father to a boy! Congratulations to me. I've always wanted a boy. Oh my gosh, Morgan. This is just getting better as it goes along. All right, well, hell, I'm going to go celebrate. And we love you, Morgan. Keep up the good work. And every chat rat needs to go follow Morgan. We need to make sure that this baby comes out of her womb and into a very special place. Is our first chat rat baby. So this is kind of the Neo.
Yes,
it's like the Matrix.
I am so happy that this is the listen. When I found out I was the first one having a baby out of our little chat rat family, you don't even know how stoked I was.
It is. This is the.
I like to be first.
and I love it because I do need to have a baby soon, but now I can practice being a father to this baby, so I can be a better father to mine.
Yes.
So I love it.
Yep.
Thank you, Morgan. You're helping
Just
me
please
out.
don't kick it.
No, I'm not going to kick the. Oh yeah, I like Laura Trump. Mike, we kicked the baby
Yeah.
doll, and we got Laura Trump almost fired from the RNC, but it all worked out, and Trump won. All right, Morgan, love you. Thank you for answering. Go in the chat and moderate. I was just telling Mike. Mike's like, "Who's this Morgan girl?" I go, "She's #1 soldier. Just if anybody talks shit about me, she'll go there and kill them on Twitter." So I love that so much. Oh, real quick, can you believe Matt Adams super viral? Can you believe that? How awesome is that?
That is super awesome. I've texted with him a little bit, and I just worry about his safety because those people are lunatics. But I mean, he needs to keep doing what he's doing. He is an incredible person.
Yeah, but you're not joking. I've been watching those videos now. I can't even show one. There's a protester with their boobs out. It looked like a guy on whatever hormones with fake boobs. But I mean, it is going to get nasty out there. So Matt, I know you're watching. Be very careful. Morgan and I are both worried about you. We want you safe, but we want you to keep doing what you're doing. So don't stop. But just be very cautious while you're doing it. All right, Morgan, I got to get back to Mike. He's probably like, what the hell is going on? This guy made me drive her from Austin to talk to my #1 chat rat. But we love you, Morgan.
Well, hi, Mike. Bye, Mike.
Hey,
Congratulations,
congrats, Morgan.
Yeah, as a father, what do you want to say to Morgan?
Morgan, I wish you the best. Listen, all the best to you and the baby. And I just want to give you a few quick words of advice. Don't get ahead of yourself. You still are at risk of miscarriage. And
Thank you for reminding her. Thank you. Still at risk.
And it is good hearing that the baby has good genes and he stands a chance of being a pro football player. But please know, in that case, it's a higher risk of miscarriage. But doctors call it pregnancy fumbleitis. So
okay.
just
All
be
right.
advised. All the best to you. I think you're going to have a big old biracial baby in you.
No, it's just a white guy. It's going to be white. It's going to be white. It's a very white. No, she's not into those guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, added congratulations then.
Yeah. The baby's going to be racist. It's going to be racist, right, Morgan? We're going to make him a little racist?
I mean,
You're going to say the N-word around him when he's young? You're going to in traffic?
kill me if I say yes.
I didn't hear what you said before you said yes. What?
I said Dylan would kill me if I said yes.
Oh,
so
my
I'm gonna
gosh.
say
Dylan, don't be a
yes on
soy
it.
boy. No, this baby's coming out, and he's going to join the KKK. We got a baby KKK coming out. All right. Love you, Morgan. I'll talk to you.
Love you too, dude.
Talk to you soon. Bye. All right, yeah. So Morgan, our top chat rat's having a baby. So everybody go celebrate Morgan.
Congratulations to you, though, more than anything else.
Really and truly, it is all me. I mean, I know Morgan's having the baby, but I feel like this is kind of my day. This is my time to celebrate. This is a special moment for me, and only me, really.
I feel like such a dickhead because we all should have got together. We should have had a fake terrorist come in here with a blue IED.
That would have been good, blowing up her uterus. But speaking of IEDs, look at this. Can you show my screen? I turn off the volume. Now, this is an illegal immigrant that was recently captured. Now, I can't even believe this is real. I mean, is this really? So this is a trans person. I honestly believe this person should stay in the country. I don't know why.
Let him in.
Yeah,
He looks like a garbage pail kid. I like those kinds.
that's what I'm saying. This person's going viral. They're saying we don't want illegal immigrants. If the illegal immigrants look like this, I say we keep them. I mean, this is hilarious. They could be in the circus. Like, look at them eating that hamburger. They've never had a hamburger. They don't even know how to bite into it. They have no teeth because they're all rotted out from all the soda that they drink, and they live under a bridge. But, I mean, just look at that. That's a boy, too.
I never knew that we had Mexican Stewie Griffins. This is really... This is really heartening, man.
I mean, I'm telling you, I believe in amnesty for all big booty Latinas. Now, I actually want to preface this because we've criticized Israel a lot today, and I want to say that I love Israel. That's Hebrew. I know you guys probably don't know that, but me, I'm saying if you want some alcohol, please have some. But there's a crazy. What do you know about Michael Jackson? Do you think Michael Jackson was a child predator?
I think more than anything else, he was busting his chimp's cheeks out.
Yeah, if anything, he might have had sex with Bubbles, but I still don't think he did that. But the two people that accused him in the documentary Leaving Neverland was a guy by the name of Wade Robson and another guy by the name of James Safechuck. Now, I've talked about this extensively, and there's documentaries that are hours long, basically discrediting this whole documentary and proving them wrong. One of the first indications is James Safechuck said that he was molested in a train house, but the year that he said that it happened, not only was the train house not built, but the architecture had not even drawn the plans for it. So, that's a real fantasy. And Wade Robson, the other guy that said he was, chronically molested by Michael Jackson, he was actually used by Michael Jackson as his lead character witness twice, and was cross-examined by California's top state prosecutor twice, and both times, under oath, said that he was not touched, nothing happened, Michael Jackson was a mentor to him and helped him. So my point is, a lot of misinformation comes out about Michael, and I've always thought about this. This is not a bit. I've always been passionate about it. I like conspiracies. And now I found some new information, and I've heard this because if you're in one of his songs, he says don't J me and don't K me. And I don't know if you know what those words are. So he was critical of some of the music industry executives and their religious beliefs. But he wasn't too open about it. But then I see this, and I don't know if this is Palestinian propaganda.
Did you know Michael Jackson once wrote a poem titled...
Hold on, let's start from this.
Did you know Michael Jackson once wrote a poem titled Palestine Don't Cry? The handwritten lyrics found on a British Airways notebook included the line, I will pray for you, O Palestine. It surfaced in 2010 during an auction. The song was reportedly intended for his 1995 History album, but was never released. Jackson had sung about Palestine before. He was an artist that truly cared about the well-being of humanity. In his song, Heal the World, he featured Palestinian children. And in his Earth song, he sings, it's believed by many that Sony refused to release the Palestine poem as a song, allegedly under pressure from U.S. stakeholders who were influenced by pro-Israel lobbying groups. Jackson was adored by millions in America and around the world. Had the song been released, it could have made a powerful impact. But months after writing it, he faced career-damaging allegations. What many believed were not a coincidence, but a consequence of his stand on Palestine.
Well, and that's a very controversial take to blame Israel for the death of Michael Jackson. But I have to side with her. If Michael Jackson did put out that song and it was popular, people aren't familiar with geopolitical issues. If you talk to people about the Middle East, nobody knows. But just Michael Jackson being on one side of it would encourage a lot of people to be on Michael Jackson's side. So watching that video, do you think that Michael Jackson died under mysterious circumstances? We know he's killed by Conrad Murray, but do you think it was because he was empathetic to Palestine and what's happening in the Gaza Strip?
I do, and there's an even worse song. Remember that one where he's like, and the whole world has to answer right now, just to tell you once again, Jews bad.
Yeah. Oh.
That one's 1,000 times worse, if you ask me.
They're okay, but I'll tell you this much. I do think it's also weird. During the bombing, very conveniently as well, Benjamin Netanyahu's trial was recently adjourned. Can you pull the screen up real quick? So what are the chances? What a coinkydink. They decide to bomb Syria and they decide to adjourn Netanyahu's trial. Now, it kind of makes you question, why the hell is Netanyahu on trial? You know what I mean? It seems like a big deal. I don't know. All we do is hear about Donald Trump in trial, impeachment, this and that. And now Netanyahu's freaking sitting with Johnny Cochran in a court, and we don't even know what the fuck's going on. I don't know. I feel very conflicted right now about what's going on in the world, Mike. Do you feel as conflicted as I do, or are you just are you above it?
It's like water on a duck's back, man. And it's like, honestly, I can't stay mad at Netanyahu. I mean, how can you stay mad at a guy named Bibi?
You can't.
No,
you can't.
Try calling him Bibi with an angry face.
And that's why he goes by Bibi, and he kills babies. But they're Palestinian babies, so it's okay. Now, watch this. Now, this, I want to show, and I'm just going to play this clip, Mike. I want you to just tell me what country this clip was filmed in. Okay, I'll turn it on radio. What country was this filmed in?
This is actually 8 Mile, Detroit.
close. This is in Minneapolis, Minnesota, actually, and no joke, this is in Minnesota. Now, this video has been going viral. If you guys watch it, Charlie Kirk has shared it. This is literally in the great state of Minnesota, a state that was very white not that long ago. Not that it matters, but now it's become Somalian, and now it's a Somali refuge. And it's just, it kind of blows my mind. I'm not against immigration. I think America, if you want to come here, you should have the right to actually come here. Believe it or not, I actually do feel that way. But this seems a little egregious. You know what I mean? It seems a little like the baby Somalia, and you know, Elan Omar's marrying her brother. Yeah. I mean, I like black guys. I don't know if I love the Somalians that much, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I just don't want them to get watered down. Like, what I do like is that if there's Somali pirates, I'm on board with that. Because I think you can never have too many pirates. When you go through the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in Disney World, you're loving it the whole way through. And I imagine driving through that neighborhood is the same thing. You're looking at all these pirates, and they're spitting at you and throwing clitorises in the street. And you're just like, this is what I pay for. This is what my taxes are.
And we're going back and forth, but it's all connected, guys. Now it's all connected. Now I want to show this video. This is another video of Aaron Carter talking about Michael Jackson.
Okay, so one boy. Now listen to this. I have to tell you this. Okay. So after I left the party, and the next day I smoked with Michael, and then I get in the limousine and I leave. I get back to the Sheraton Hotel at Universal over here. There's 4 FBI agents waiting for me in the hotel room. And my mom's there, and she's like, tell them what happened. And I'm like, what do you mean tell them what happened? And I sit down with them, and they all ask these super sexually exploited, you know, questions, back-sided questions. And I knew that at my age already. And I looked at all 4 of them, and I said, are y'all crazy? I said, what you think I'm gonna do? Tell you that Michael did something bad so that we can sue him for money? That's what I told him. I was like, you're crazy. And I looked over at my mom and I was like, are you serious, Mom? I was like, what is going on here? Why are you letting this happen? And she goes, well, I think something happened, you know, I think something. I'm like, really? That man did nothing but be hospitable, kind, loving, giving, everything you can think of. We rode 4-wheelers, 5 hours, me, him, and Chris Tucker.
Sounds fun as hell.
At nighttime after his birthday party. Him and I hung out and talked pretty much all night. Got a couple hours.
I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but see, Michael Jackson, if he could have molested anybody, he probably would have molested Nick Carter, right? And he wouldn't even touch his butthole, apparently.
It's tough, and I'm glad he brought it up. It's an unreleased R. Kelly album, Backside Questions.
Well, sorry, they played audio. It trampled on your joke. What is it?
No, it's all right. He mentioned an unreleased R. Kelly album entitled Backsided Questions. Backsided Questions.
Yeah. Did he? Did he? Because, well, I mean, maybe. Now, are you familiar with the Annabelle doll?
I am. I was actually hurt by a doll.
Well, okay, can you elaborate?
There's a cursed doll in the Zach Baggins Museum in Las Vegas.
Wait, time out. Is this the same? Now, pull up my screen real quick. Just show this. This is the Annabelle doll. And this ghost hunter who's been on a tour with this possessed Annabelle doll recently died under mysterious circumstances in his hotel room. So you've had a similar situation?
Not with this doll, but fuck, I can't remember the name of the doll. But if I could probably Google it real quick, but it's a doll at Zach Baggins Museum.
Okay, let me Google it.
And they say that when you walk into this room where this doll is placed, you're supposed, Peggy the doll.
Okay.
When you walk into this room where this doll is placed, you're supposed to greet the doll, say hello, Peggy. Don't stare directly at her. And then
don't show my screen. Yeah. Shoot. So.
And then when you leave, you're supposed to say goodbye, Peggy.
Okay, Peggy doll. And then if you don't say goodbye, something bad happens. Yeah, because hopefully we didn't get a bunch of Indian guys' feet. Okay, is this the doll right here?
Yeah, you're not supposed to look at it. Don't look at it, Alex.
Oh shit! I don't want to get into it because there's a thing, the Sonichu medallion that a lot of people have worn, and it ruined their life. It ruined Nick Rekieta's life. So there is weird. I know that sounds crazy, but like inanimate objects, I do believe can hold energy. I know that sounds crazy, guys. You're like, what the hell? But I mean, everything has energy. I guess living beings have energy. So this Annabelle doll, this guy, ghost hunter, going on a tour with it, and then he dies. I think it's just. I don't need any more information. He got killed by the doll, right? I mean, how? Yeah. I mean, it just seems like that's just obvious that the doll killed him. So
Israeli doll, by the way.
Well, it was stitched by, I think, a rabbi. I think it was created by a rabbi. That's just now. That's just a coincidence. But now I really want to dive deep. Are you familiar with the terror attacks that happened on September 11th, 2001?
Yes.
It was a bad deal, right? Who do you think is responsible for that?
I think Dave and Buster. How much time do you have?
We have a lot of time because in Dave and Buster, you can't even text about them on Apple. I saw a viral video about that. If you try to say Dave and Buster to the auto speech to text or whatever, it won't for some reason doesn't put Dave and Buster's. Even if you say it 100 times, it will not auto write Dave and Buster's.
It'll bring up a porn series called Gape and Bust Her.
Oh gosh,
it's disgusting.
And gaping is disgusting. A big spread a whole. Yeah, you're very horny, and I love that, Mike, about you. But I want to start connecting some dots. 9/11 was perpetrated by people within our United States government. I know that's hard to believe, but I feel like, the FBI is saying, oh, we found these passports, but you can't find the black box, can't get any audio from the planes. Seems a little suspicious, but what's really crazy is that somebody online, one of these internet sleuths, just cracked the code. Mm-hmm. And this goes much deeper than even you could have imagined. Now, pull up my laptop right here. This is no joke. This is a real picture. This is George Bush with the mother of Harambe.
That's Harambe?
That's Harambe, yes. How deep does a rabbit hole go? So you're telling me that George Bush, and you're like, what do you mean? What does Harambe have to do? Guys, 9/11 was a lot of things, but one thing that it was a demoralization campaign. It was to demoralize you. Similar to the death of Harambe. When Harambe died, it put us on a lower vibrational level. It brought us down. Everybody's sad. You're mourning. You're posting about it. So this was the plan all along. Blow up the towers, kill Harambe. So this is a big master plan to demoralize us. I feel like this is huge information that should be being talked about on every media outlet that exists.
This picture of George Bush with this monkey, as far as I'm concerned, this is Banana 11.
It is Banana 11! This is Banana 11! Hashtag Banana 11! Tweet this, chat rats, that's an order. Banana 11, Harambe was an inside job, 9/11 was an inside job, a lot of other crap was inside jobs. I'm sick of them killing our gorillas, tearing down our buildings. I just want to be able to afford a home. I just want a McDonald's burger to cost $1 again, but you're over there killing our freaking gorillas. Frustrating.
Could I read a super chat real quick?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ann Kirk, $20, said, shout out to Mike Rainey, fan from Delco. Buy on Perks coloring book. Congrats, Morgan.
Oh, thank you, Ann. You're a lovely lady.
And thank you for the $20. And real quick, actually, let's get into it because, Mike, we haven't dived enough into your story. And I feel like you're so gracious by being truthful about the bad things that happened to you. But are you really grateful? I had a good friend, we like to joke around, but this is a true story. My good friend Clark Gable, he was a grandson of the famous actor Clark Gable, and he was a pillhead, he was a party animal, he took Vicodin. He actually had a prescription for pain pills, but he would take other stuff. Mm-hmm. And ran out of pain pills, went and bought some pills. This is 2019. He went and bought some pills from, he thought they were Vicodin, Mm-hmm. He wasn't buying fentanyl. They had fentanyl in him. He took the pills and overdosed and died. I might have told you the story before, but I bring it up because he had a tolerance. He had you know what I mean? He wasn't like a little kid, oh, it was my first pill. He had a very strong tolerance. The fact that I would have thought if he overdosed, he would have been on 10 million different drugs, but he was with his wife, his fiance at the time, died in bed with a 19-month-old baby. It really changed my perspective on drugs. I mean, I know I'm joking about drugs a lot, but once Clark died, I was like, I'm not going to ever, unless it's prescribed by a doctor, I'm not going to take that pill ever. But you are very fortunate that you did not die. So can you tell us on a real note, what was kind of like your rock bottom? What was the thing that really changed your life, and how close were you to dying?
My rock bottom, I felt like I had several, but the very last one, I was like, all right, this is definitively rock bottom. I had given up drinking for a while. I wasn't on pills. I gave up pills in, I think, 2015. And between 2015 and 2017, I was sober.
Okay.
And I got to 2017, and the wheels started turning again, and I was like, you know what, I think I want to drink again. And within 3 days, I was doing coke again.
Oh, wait, time out. So you go the 2 years, and you're doing comedy. So so did you get successful? What do you think was? I just asked you, what do you think that trigger was? Because I know we joke, we're comedians, but there is some sort of mental health, where all of a sudden you don't need it, and then something makes you all of a sudden you got an itch you need to scratch. It's kind of weird. What was it? Do you think you got successful? Was it depression? What do you think that made you?
A combination of a lot of things. It was depression, low self-esteem, just being generally fucked up.
Yeah.
And I was just always trying to compensate for all of those things.
We all are. Yeah, I know. And so you get back on the sauce, and then immediately 3 days later, but that doesn't sound like rock bottom yet. It sounds like you're having kind of fun, you know. And then how did it hit rock bottom?
It was a lot of fun. Where it became bad was I blew off an obligation. You showed some of my friends in the in the pictures there. Some of my other friends too that are related to those guys. Through creative projects, John McKeever and Tommy Pope. They started
Great guys. Tommy Pope's hilarious.
Yeah, they had a Comedy Central show called Delco Proper, which I was a part of, and I was acting in it, and I had a role. And we were supposed to do a morning radio spot together at a Philly radio station, and it was a big deal because it was a legitimate chance to have a TV show.
Yeah, and you've grown up in Philly. This radio station is probably a big deal to go on. This,
oh, dude,
you know
it was massive, and I knew these guys. It was Preston and Steven in at 93.3 WMMR, and I was so pumped to do this, but instead of just going home at a reasonable hour the night before, I stayed out all night and I just kept buying more and more Coke.
Yeah.
And I was waiting in the parking lot of the radio station. I was convinced that I could go in. Thank God I didn't, because it would have been disastrous.
Wait, so you stayed up, you're strung out? Because I've had kind of a similar story, not with Coke, but I had a story where I got the first time I ever went on the Today Show the night before. I did because I was just celebrating, and it was New York. I stayed up. Oh, we literally stayed up till 4 a.m, and then we had to get a call time at 5 a.m. to go on the show. I was still drunk. I didn't sleep, but I didn't do Coke. Not trying to act like cool. I just was drunk. But I regretted that. So yours is worse. So you're on the blow. You go to the radio station. Are your buddies like, hey, Mike, you can't come in. You're too whacked out.
No, my dear friend Tim Butterly, who you saw pictures of at Epstein Island.
It might be a pedophile, but other than that, he's a great, terrific guy, hilarious guy. But other than the,
Yeah, I mean, you get one baby.
You get one baby. You know, he's on the list. Trump says the list, not a big deal. So I'm still Team Tim Butterly. Okay, so Tim, what does he say? So
Tim was aware because I was checking in with Tim throughout the night, and I ended up at a casino in his neighborhood at about 4 a.m. And I had texted him, asked him if I could just come to his house. And he was sleeping like a normal person, so I said, fuck it. So I just stayed out partying. And I ended up at around 7 in the morning, I got another 8-ball.
Oh, God.
Dude, it was insane. And I got an 8-ball, and at that point, I was like, I'm driving to the radio station. So I got in my Chrysler 300. Drove to the radio station, and I'm sitting in the parking lot.
You're ripping lines off a CD case, probably, I'm guessing, in the car.
Yeah, and I'm watching porn on XNXX.
No, you're not.
No, I have
Are you being serious? You're such a pervert, Mike. Wait, so for people that might not know this, when you use cocaine, so for some people, it messes up their sex drive. Apparently not you. So you're the only guy I know. Well, I mean, I guess I know there's other people who've done coke and have sex. So you're jacked up. You're in the parking lot, and you're watching XNXX, hardcore pornography. Okay, where does this story go?
I'm watching it completely soft, but you are stimulated nonetheless, Alex.
Yeah, you are. It definitely stimulates you. Okay.
So I'm watching my ladies on my screen, and I'm debating whether or not I should go up to this radio station. Thank God I chose not to, because there's video of it too.
Yeah.
So you would have not only heard me cracked out, but you would have seen me that way too.
Damn.
So instead, I ended up getting a motel room on a road in my neighborhood called Baltimore Pike. I don't remember the name of the motel, but it used to be called the Executive Inn, and not many executives stayed there.
I know, but I know the Executive Inn. That's about that's the most generic name for the shittiest motel in your neighborhood. So you're at the Executive Inn, a crack shack motel, and you just stayed up for the night doing blow. And then when did you come off it? And you kind of realized you had the sobering moment.
It was a few hours later, and I still had a lot of drugs left. But at this point, I felt different.
Felt guilty.
It wasn't even just guilt. Like, I felt unhealthy, and there was a point where, like, I just looked around the room, and it occurred to me, I felt like this is a place where I could die.
Yeah.
And at that point, I dumped the rest of the drugs down the drain, which I had never done before.
See, that's actually a big moment. People don't realize that. Like, if a drug user actually throws away their drugs, like that is a big moment, because that kind of in your head or whatever, it's like, damn, usually your body, if you see drugs, you want to ingest it. So for you to actually flush it down the toilet, that's the opposite of what a drug addict usually does with drugs. I mean, my favorite show is Intervention. I don't know if you ever watched the show Intervention.
I love it.
I love that show. And I used to watch it like every episode.
Jack off to it.
I don't know about that. God,
that's what I was watching. After XNXX gave out.
Like, when you blow a load, is it like a gallon? What comes out? I mean, I imagine that you're like, have a lot of a sauce in your canister. Yeah, I mean,
I remember the big ones. So typically, I'm good for one to 3 loads a day. So it's not.
No way, Alex, 3 loads a day. You must be dehydrated.
It's not voluminous, but it's
powerful.
Not even, man. It's like if you wait a day or two, then you really build up and you can put on a show.
I put on those shows before, and I've lived to regret them. But okay, so So you flush it down the toilet. You're like, man, I want to get my life together. I had this, incident. I was so excited to go to this radio show, and I just fucked it up. You feel guilty. You're high, and you flush it. So then what happens?
Part of a big part of what happened and why I felt so guilty was the night before. I was so excited to be a part of the show, and like I said, it seemed like there was a real opportunity for this to become a real Comedy Central show, which was,
incredible. I mean,
incredible opportunity, and my dreams coming true. And it's like, at the time, I made $29,000 a year, so we were always, we never had enough money. And I'm telling you, I found out how much I would make when we were going to film the pilot episode, and it was just like, I can't believe.
This could be real. I could be making,
It was like $2,000.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to make $2,000 for a show with my friends.
Yeah, see, that's why it's even more. $2,000 is a lot of money, but it's even a lot more money when you're actually doing something you love and you're getting paid to do what you love and not, just to do something like, typical of a typical job. So the money feels better. So you had this moment, and then and how did it end? Like, how did you get totally clean?
The night before, when I found out what I was going to be making, I called my kids to tell them, because I knew they'd be excited, and I promised them that I was coming home with pizza.
Okay.
And I never went home that night.
Oh my!
So a big part of why I dumped the drugs down the drain is because I could not stop thinking about my kids getting up for school after not having eaten the pizza that I'd promised the night before.
And that gives me the chills, because that's so much worse. I mean, the radio station's cool to get on the radio station, but you miss a radio interview. They're early in the morning. People have to reschedule radio interviews all the time. The kids, the no pizza. So that is crazy. And my dad has a story that he was a big party animal and drank this and that when I was born, he counted all my toes, and that I had 20, 10 fingers and 10 toes. That he decided to stop drinking, and it changed his life. So for you, I'm guessing you're sober probably for your kids. Then you got, high again. And so really and truly, it was your kids that basically, I'm saying, I know we just told a long story, but really, if we break it down, it's the love of your family on why you're sober.
Yeah, it was the combination of that moment. And then when I eventually did come home, I opened the door to let the kids in when they came home from school. And my oldest daughter just looked at me differently. And at that point, I was like, I have to change.
Wow.
And, that was 8 years ago, and I haven't had a drop of alcohol since.
There we go. That's why we love this guy. No, do not. Yeah. Oh, and Joe Exotic's in the chat. What do you think about Joe Exotic? We need to get him part.
I love Joe. Hey, Joe.
Joe, we love you, Joe.
Free Joe Exotic.
And we got James O'Keefe coming on tomorrow, Joe. So James O'Keefe is going to start working on trying to get you a pardon as well. So that will be big, Joe. We need you in the chat tomorrow. Maybe we should have Joe call in.
Alex, did you see the DM from Joe earlier?
No. What was
you got approved to see him in prison.
Oh, you got approved, Joe? Oh, then we're going to come see you. Awesome. We sent it in. Joe, I didn't even read the message, Joe. I've been super busy. My baby prepaid wireless does all my messages, so I'm going to yell at her. I'm kidding. I love you, babe. I'm not going to yell at her. I might hit her a little bit, but I'm not going to yell at her. I'm so excited. We're going to be seeing you in Fort Worth. Yeah, we signed up to go visit Joe Exotic in jail. Can you believe that?
I love him. Congrats to you for going. You found out you're going to be a dad, and you're going to see Joe Exotic on the same day, Alex?
And Joe's kind of my animal mentor. Yeah. I feel like since he is so seasoned when it comes to animals, and he's really got an unfair shake.
Free him.
But seriously, on a serious note, I know we guys go from hot and cold, real and serious. I've talked to a lot of important politicians, and some people are very receptive, and some people are like, I don't even want to mess with Joe Exotic. Why do you think that is? I feel like Joe Exotic, during the pandemic, his show was the #1 show when we needed content the most. Everybody was making a podcast, this and that, and what was the best #1 show? It was freaking Joseph Maldonado, I always say his name wrong, the Tiger King, breaking through, having a hit show. They even tried to make sequels to it. None of them did as well as the first one. So we all got a collective benefit from the Tiger King. And for us to not reward that after the fact, after he's been in jail for 8 years, I think it's cruel and I think it's unusual. And I do think that if Joe Exotic had the fame before his trial that he got after, his court case would have gone completely different, and he probably would have walked with some sort of probation. So I'm very frustrated. I'm very passionate about getting Joe Exotic out. Are you team Joe Exotic? And we're going to clip this. What is the message that you want to send to America about Joe Exotic?
I'd just like to say that all you haters out there, you're all tiger princes. That's the most that you could aspire to. There's one Tiger King, you fucking bitch, and his name is Joe Exotic.
Fact. We love you, Joe. We're not going to stop fighting, Joe. And like I said, we got some things on the horizon. I'll be coming to see you in federal prison very soon. I'm excited to meet you in person. I mean that. Okay, now we got to do a little housekeeping. A friend of the show, our very own. But I know it's Shay Fisher, but I guess the name of her brand is Shay Michelle. Now this is a country music sensation. She's a great Aussie. She's from Australia, friend of the show. This is a tattoo gun. You have tattoos, right?
I do, yeah.
Oh, I just broke this. This is an actual tattoo gun. We're gonna give one of.
You wanna give me one?
Well, we're about to give one of our sound engineers a tattoo. We're gonna give him a makeshift tattoo. But this is a real one.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is Shay Fisher. We'll get back into the tattoo later. We will be tattooing him. Shoot, did I rip this right? I don't even know if I did. Crap. I'm
gonna rip it open.
Yeah, you're stronger than me. Can you rip it open? See if you can rip it open. I'm too weak. Maybe this gun I can shoot it open. Hold on, let me see. Boom. Oh, look at that, Mike! You're strong as hell, dude. Look at those freaking pythons.
I'm so angry just thinking about all these people that are saying bad things about Joe Exotic, man.
It pisses me off. No, I'm serious. No, because I talked to seriously. I've been at TP USA. I was talking to some people about him, and they're like, "Are you really serious about this?" I'm like, "I'm dead serious about Joe Exotic getting out of jail. I'm dead serious, and I'm going to get him out of jail if it's the last thing I do." Now, Shay Michelle, look at this beautiful box. Why don't you come over here, Nate, real quick? Because we only have a few minutes left, but I want to give it the proper due. Now, Shay Michelle, like I said, country music superstar. I think she'll be performing here. She's sung the national anthem at a lot of Texas Rangers games. And wow, holy cow. Pimp 99. I love that. Look at that. Dude, that is sick. I'm the pimp on a blimp. Pimp 99. Look at that.
Oh, brother.
Mike, look at that. So just want to say thank you to Shay Michelle. Look at that. Yeah, put it on your wiener. And guy, he's horny as hell. I know that's getting a lot of work. Everybody go follow my girl, Shay Michelle. And I really appreciate that, Shay. Seriously. Pimp 99. I love that all day long. I'm going to be wearing that. And it's nice. I told her I didn't want too big of a one. And it's perfect size. Damn, I look like a badass. All right, thank you. All right, Mike, before we go, can you tell us where can people find you and see you? I know you're in the great Lone Star State now, but where can somebody see you if they're not in Texas?
Oh, baby, I'm going to be in Texas this summer. And then in November, I'll be in Atlanta. I'll be in Fargo, North Dakota, and I'll be coming back to Philly, too. So you can look out all my dates. I have them up at Mike Rainey 82 on all my social media profiles.
And I know you Philly people will miss Mike. Okay, last thing, Tires got picked up for season 3?
Yeah, it did. If they asked me to be a part of it, I would love to be a part of it, but I was more than grateful to be there initially. So if that's the extent
you guys better book it, Shane. If you don't, I'm going to expose you for going to Epstein Island and doing that baby stuff.
Oh, I forgot about saying he fucked all those babies.
Yeah, so that might hurt.
God damn it.
That was a joke. That was satire. No, he's gonna put you on the show because if you don't, I'm going to release a list, Shane. So do you want that list to get out? I don't think so. Help out our boy Mike. He just moved to Texas. Show him some love. Everybody in the chat, thank you, and thanks for the super chat. And tomorrow we got James O'Keefe coming on the program to talk about his latest expose from the federal government exposing. What was the latest one? It was the Department of Justice talking about, I guess, the Epstein file release. James is so great with his journalism. He's the biggest independent journalist in the game right now. We always appreciate him making time for the show. So, guys, that's it. We end the show the same way every time with the freestyle finale. So, DJ, hit that beat, freak! Smoke in my lungs. Yes, we having fun. I don't give a damn because I'm high on crack. Yes, I got my boy Mike in the back. He likes to do obituary. He almost died. It was scary. Annabelle doll gonna haunt you. I don't give a damn what you do. Kill you in the sleep. Act like a freak. I'ma run you over in a fucking Jeep. All right, guys, I'm Primetime 99. I love you. Everybody go follow Mike Rainey. That's been our show. I'm vaped out. Smoke weed every day. Actually, don't smoke weed. It's bad for you. I love you guys. Bye.